Ever searched for a domestic flight and thought, wait, this can't be right? Why does a 2-hour flight from Delhi to Mumbai now cost more than an international trip? What's driving this crazy surge in air ticket prices?
चर्चा के माध्यम से मैं इस देश के आम हवाई यात्री का दर्द आप सबके सामने रखना चाहूँगा। इकोनॉमी क्लास इज़ नो मोर इकोनॉमिकल सर। अगर कल मुझे दिल्ली से बम्बई जाना हो तो टिकट 14,000 रुपये की है, वन वे की सबसे सस्ती टिकट। दिल्ली से पटना जाना हो तो 12,000 रुपये की टिकट, दिल्ली से बैंगलोर जाना हो तो 16,000 रुपये की टिकट। और सर वो छोड़िए, संडे के दिन यानी कि परसों मैं अपने क्षेत्र पंजाब से दिल्ली आया, मोहाली एयरपोर्ट से चंडीगढ़ एयरपोर्ट से मैंने फ्लाइट ली और दिल्ली पहुंचा। उस फ्लाइट की टिकट 14,500 रुपये की थी।
Why is it that despite such substantial airfare rise, except Indigo, all other airlines are in financial stress? Let's unpack the true story behind India's sky-high airfares and who's actually making money out of your flight ticket. Before we delve deeper, please do consider subscribing to the channel if the subjects of business, finance and economy are of your interest. To better understand as to why air ticket prices have been on a steep hike, I studied a few airline routes. Bangalore to Delhi air ticket a month from now is costing above 8,000 rupees. Well, maybe because Delhi is a metro city, so I checked for Bangalore to Lucknow airfare, and Lucknow is a tier 2 airport and the ticket price was above 9,000 rupees. And believe me, situation is same across any combination of airports you choose within India. As per a report from Airports Council, in last 5 years, the domestic airfares have risen by a whopping 43% in India. Now here's the truth, which most passengers do not know about. When you pay about 6,000 for an airline ticket, less than half goes to the airline. Shocked? Now let's break it down. Bangalore to Mumbai ticket costs 4,642 rupees. Now base fare here is 3,478. This is basically what airline charges for its services. Then the GST on this base airfare is 5%, which is 179 rupees. Next in line is Qute charge, which is 50 rupees. Now Qute sounds funny, but it stands for Common User Terminal Fee. Basically, you are paying for security equipment, escalators and such other things at the airport. Then comes RCC, which is Regional Connectivity Charge. This is also 50 rupees. Now the question is, what is this RCC? In 2016, Modi government launched Udan scheme to fulfill their commitment of ensuring cheap flying experience for people living in rural India. Well, this initiative requires massive fund for airport infrastructure and subsidies for rural air tickets. To fund this initiative, government introduced the cess of rupees 50 per passenger. Next in line is aviation security fee, which is about 236 rupees. This is basically towards deployment of CISF and other security infrastructure. The last one is UDF or user development fees, which is 649 rupees as per this ticket. This goes to the airport operator for managing and providing other services at the airport. Well, the question that arises now is, if I have to pay separately for airport security, security equipments, the other services and management of airport, and then also for subsidies for rural India, why is it that I have to pay GST? Do write in comments if you have any observations about what we have discussed till now. The other aspect that is worth looking at is the steep and consistent rise of UDF. For example, UDF at Bangalore airport has shot up from 185 rupees to 550 rupees, all in the matter of just 4 years. UDF at relatively smaller airport of Jaipur has gone up from 394 rupees to 805 rupees. Same is the trend at all other airports in India across north, south, central, west or east. Now why is this UDF going up? You must have observed that government is privatizing majority of airports. So as a process, Airport Authority of India comes out with a tender. Subsequently, all the private players bid for that tender. In other words, they promise Airport Authority of India on paying a certain amount on per passenger basis. The bidder who quotes the highest gets the contract. This directly impacts UDF charge per passenger, thus increasing the ticket cost. For most of the airports, Adani has been the highest bidder, thus getting the contracts for most of the Indian airports. So while you think that the airline is charging you a bomb, they are actually pocketing just a part of price. The rest, it's a split between the government, the airport, the security infrastructure, and also the oil companies. Let's now discuss the impact of oil on your air ticket. Fuel prices are bleeding the airlines. Jet fuel or ATF is the single largest expense for any airline, making up to 35 to 40% of their operating cost. Back in 2019, the ATF cost was around 62,000 per kiloliter of fuel. Today, it is over 84,000 rupees. Since fuel in India is outside purview of GST, various states charge up to 30% of VAT on the fuel charges. making India one of the most expensive places to fly in the world. Think you pay a lot of GST at the restaurants? Try flying. There's 5% GST on the economy tickets, 18% GST on add-ons like meals or seat upgrades. And on top of that, respective states add their own VAT on the ATF. No wonder over 30% of tickets cost is surcharges and taxes. Now here is another hidden reason for rising fares: less competition. When Jet Airways shut down in 2019 and Go First suspended flights in 2023, thousands of seats vanished overnight. But the demand didn't. So when the supply drops and the demand stays high, fares explode. In fact, during peak season, a daily late ticket costed about 20,000 rupees. Atrocious, isn't it? It's cheaper to fly from Bangkok to Vietnam than from Bangalore to Kolkata. Why? Because many countries subsidize their jet fuel or cap the airport charges. But in India, flying is still treated like a luxury, not a necessity. And guess who pays for the mindset? The passengers. Until India brings jet fuel under GST purview, regulates airport charges better, and ensure healthy airline competition, expect your airfares to stay expensive. Next time you feel the pinch while booking the flight, remember, it's not just the airline taking your money, it's a full ecosystem. If this video has helped you understand real cost of flying in India, hit the like button and subscribe for more business breakdowns. And do not forget to share it with someone who needs to know. Meanwhile, do comment below. Should airfare in India be taxed like a luxury? Also mention suggestions to further streamline. Be inspired, keep building.